Ever felt like you're talking to a brick wall, completely misreading someone's intentions? Or maybe you've been blindsided by a friend's sudden change in behavior. What if I told you there's a way to cut through the noise to see people for who they truly are, almost instantly? The key lies in the razor-sharp insights of one of history's most profound thinkers, Friedrich Nietzsche. Today, we're diving deep into 18 of Nietzsche's psychological truths that will fundamentally change how you understand people. This isn't about manipulation. It's about genuine connection and self-protection. By the end of this video, you'll have a powerful new lens for viewing human nature. Let's start with a big one. Number 1, everyone wears a mask. Nietzsche believed that society forces us to present a version of ourselves that is acceptable, polite, and agreeable. This is our persona, our social mask. But behind that mask lies the real person, with their raw desires, fears, and insecurities. To truly read someone, you must learn to look for the cracks in their mask. Pay attention to those unguarded moments, the slip of the tongue, the fleeting facial expression. That's where the truth resides. Second, people are driven by the will to power. Now, this sounds a bit intense, but it's not just about dominating others. The will to power is the fundamental drive to grow, to overcome challenges, to expand one's influence, and to achieve one's full potential. When you see someone striving for a promotion, mastering a new skill, or even just winning an argument, you're witnessing the will to power in action. Understanding this drive helps you see the motivation behind their actions. What is this person trying to achieve or overcome? Number 3, beware of those who need to feel superior. Nietzsche was highly critical of what he called slave morality. This is a mindset where people who feel weak or resentful try to bring down those they perceive as strong or successful. They do this through gossip, criticism, and playing the victim. If you encounter someone who is constantly complaining, judging others, and celebrating their failures, you're likely dealing with this mindset. They build themselves up by tearing others down. Fourth, and this is a game changer, a person's values are revealed by the price they are willing to pay. Talk is cheap. Anyone can say they value honesty, loyalty, or courage, but who actually lives by it? Observe what people sacrifice their time, money, and comfort for. That's what they truly value. Someone might say they value family, but if they consistently choose work over spending time with them, their actions reveal a different priority. Number 5, most people are herd animals. We find comfort and safety in conforming to the group. We adopt the beliefs, opinions, and behaviors of the people around us to avoid standing out or being rejected. This is why trends catch on and why groupthink is so powerful. To read a person, you need to ask, are their opinions genuinely their own, or are they just echoing the herd? A truly independent thinker is rare and valuable. Sixth, strong emotions often hide a weakness. Have you ever seen someone fly into a rage over a small issue? Or become overly sentimental and dramatic? Nietzsche suggested that extreme emotional displays are often a cover for an underlying insecurity or vulnerability. The person who gets furious when their intelligence is questioned might secretly doubt their own intellect. They overcompensate to hide their perceived weakness. Let's move on to number 7. People don't want the truth. They want a comforting illusion. The truth can be harsh, complex, and unsettling. Most people prefer simple, comforting narratives that reinforce their existing beliefs. This is why it's so hard to change someone's mind with facts and logic. If you want to understand why someone believes something strange, don't look at the evidence they have. Look at the comfort the belief provides them. Number 8. To understand a person, look at what they laugh at. Laughter is an involuntary and revealing act. What a person finds funny reveals their intelligence, their values, and even their hidden aggressions. Do they laugh at witty wordplay, slapstick comedy, or at the misfortune of others? Their sense of humor is a window into their character. 9th, everyone is an egoist. This sounds cynical, but Nietzsche meant it in a neutral, psychological sense. At our core, every action we take is motivated by some form of self-interest. Even acts of charity can be driven by the desire to feel good about ourselves or to be seen as a good person. Recognizing this doesn't mean people are bad. It just means you should always consider the what's in it for them angle to understand their motivations more clearly. Number 10. The most dangerous people are those who believe they are morally righteous. Nietzsche warned against the preachers of equality and those who claim to have a monopoly on virtue. When people are convinced of their own moral superiority, They can justify any action, no matter how cruel, in the name of their good cause. History is filled with examples of this. Be cautious around those who are overly certain of their own righteousness. Number 11. We often hate in others what we deny in ourselves. This is the classic concept of projection. If you find yourself having an intensely negative, almost irrational reaction to a particular trait in someone else, it might be worth asking if it's a trait you secretly possess and dislike in yourself. The person who rails against arrogance might be fighting their own arrogant tendencies. 12th. A person's true character is revealed in how they handle power. Lord Acton famously said, "Power tends to corrupt," and Nietzsche would agree. Give a person a little bit of authority over a project, a team, or even just in a small social setting and watch how they behave. Do they become a supportive leader or a petty tyrant? Power doesn't corrupt, it reveals. 13th. People would rather believe a lie they've heard 100 times than a truth they've heard once. Repetition creates familiarity, and our brains mistake familiarity for truth. This is the principle behind propaganda and a lot of marketing. When you're trying to understand someone's beliefs, consider how many times they've been exposed to that idea, rather than the logical merit of the idea itself. 14th. We judge others by their actions, but ourselves by our intentions. When someone else messes up, we see the negative outcome. When we mess up, we focus on our good intentions. I didn't mean to. This fundamental attribution error is a key bias to be aware of. Try to give others the same benefit of the doubt you give yourself and evaluate their possible intentions, not just their actions. Let's look at 15. Envy is a powerful, hidden motivator. People rarely admit to being envious. Instead, it masquerades as moral indignation. Someone might criticize a wealthy person's lifestyle, framing it as a critique of materialism, when the root emotion is simply envy. When you hear strong moralistic criticism, always look for the possibility of hidden envy. 16th. The need for an enemy. Many groups and individuals define themselves by who they are against. Having a common enemy unifies a group and gives them a sense of purpose and identity. It's an easy way to mobilize people. When you analyze a person or a group, ask, who is their designated enemy? Understanding their us versus them mentality is crucial. Number 17. Listen to the silences. What a person doesn't say can often be more revealing than what they do say. When you ask a direct question and they change the subject or offer a vague, evasive answer, that's a huge red flag. The topics they consistently avoid are often where their deepest insecurities or secrets are hidden. Pay attention to the gaps in the conversation. And finally, number 18, a person's philosophy is a confession of their character. The way someone views the world, whether they are an optimist, a pessimist, a cynic, or an idealist, is not just an intellectual position. It's a reflection of their personal experiences, their temperament, and their deepest psychological needs. Their worldview is the ultimate summary of who they are. By keeping these 18 Nietzschean insights in mind, you can start to peel back the layers of human behavior. You'll move beyond surface-level impressions and gain a deeper, more accurate understanding of the people you interact with every day. This isn't about judging people, but about understanding them with clarity and compassion. What do you think? Which of these truths resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this journey into the human psyche valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you navigate the complexities of life. Thanks for watching.